Church, Current Island. New Jerusalem Church, Blackwood. Sir George Roberts Public Library, Harbor Island. Lighthouse Church of God, Harbor Island. New Alliance Church of God, Harbor Island. Eleuthera Southern District. Church of God of Prophecy, Topham Bay. Deep Creek Primary School, Deep Creek. Green Castle Primary School, Green Castle. Wims's Bight Primary School, Wims's Bight.
So the storm has passed. Danger may still be near. Avoid downed power lines and flooded roads. Check on your neighbors, especially the elderly. Only travel if absolutely necessary. Report hazards and stay informed. Recovery begins with caution and care.
Well, you're quite aware of the fury Hurricane Melissa inflicted on Jamaica. No doubt our southeastern islands are being impacted by storm conditions. Over in Long Island, we spoke to Jermaine Adderley on storm preparation efforts.
Conditions are that's light rain outside, been consistent for about an hour. Not much breeze, but I'm down in the north and right out of Stella Maris area. So it's overcast with light rain, but no major breeze or any major rain right now.
With you guys not supposedly being in it, how has preparations been?
Preparations have been going well. A lot of persons have buttoned up, and we're taking the storm very serious. Because of previous storms, especially Joaquin, people have been batting up and making preparations and buying food stuff to get them through the storm.
Most people may not know Long Island. Is this in a low-lying area?
Part of it is low-lying, especially in the southern area, Damansky, but up north are some low-lying areas as well. But we probably are prone to some flooding, and we'll probably have a little bit of flooding, probably not any major flooding from this one.
So what are your plans now for the rest of the day as you wait this out?
Well, it's just a matter of wait and see for the next 24 hours. Everybody's probably going to stay indoors. Most of the stores have been closed and persons have made their final preparations. So it's just ride it out as best you could.
Well, our Charles Fisher has been early this morning connecting with residents in those impacted communities. Some 188 residents of Maguana evacuated to Exuma early this morning to avoid the potential wrath of Hurricane Melissa. We spoke to Administrator Christine Palacios.
We have scattered showers currently. We are prepared as best as we can. We still have some last-minute preparations to do with the shelters. Currently, we're at the airport receiving the last evacuees from Maguana that will be transported onward to Nassau.
Okay, and how is that process going?
It's going fairly well. We just received the last 8 persons. So in total, we have about 32 persons here now. And we just had Superintendent Garth Roll from the Bahamas Baptist Union speak to them and say a word of prayer for them. Everybody is in good health. We're preparing to get something for them to eat and just trying to make them as comfortable as we can until the flight comes from Nassau to take them back.
Is Exuma preparing?
Exuma is preparing. We are prepared. We had a meeting in Little Exuma last evening just to express to the residents, because of their location close to Long Island, they would receive a stronger enforcement than us here on the mainland. So they are prepared. Who decided to leave, they would have made preparations last night and to be out by this morning. We have our shelters ready. We just have to double check with the generators to make sure that they're ready to kick in if need be. We've had our disaster preparedness meetings. All of the government offices have been secured. Our teams are ready. The police, social services, they would have sent additional officers on island to assist with this quartet. We have a fairly good team here in Exuma. We are ready.
Well, glad to know that everything is great in Exuma. Despite official evacuation orders, a number of residents chose to remain on the island of Acklins and hunkered down. We caught up with businessman Henry Roll.
We had rain from last night. Light rain, nothing heavy, and it continued into this morning. I look outside this morning, it's still drizzle rain. So the system hold up, because when that goes down, we're not going to have any water, and maybe PPL is going to go down. The water supply is powered by PPL, and once PPL go down, the services is going to go down.
Tracking Hurricane Melissa, our live television and radio coverage continues after this.
We are here in the time of need. There's no discrimination. The mission is to relieve the suffering. We volunteer, we deliver care. With donors and partners, we're always here to turn compassion into action. Protecting life and health with our training throughout the years. We empower to heal the world. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas. Community farming for food security. Climate programs suited for our island country. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas.
This message brought to you by the Bahamas Red Cross Society in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
The DRM Authority 2025 Official Hurricane Shelter List. Exuma and Ragged Island. Bethel Union Baptist Church, Ramsey. Ebenezer Union Baptist Church, Farmers Hill. Ebenezer Union Baptist Church, Barry Tarry. Exuma Resource Center, Hopers Bay. Forbes Hill Cultural Center, Forbes Hill. Gethsemane Baptist Church, Black Point. Mount Carmel Mission Baptist Church, Roll Town. Mount Hermon Union Baptist Church, Mount Thompson. St. John's the Baptist Anglican Church, Moss-Town. Aurelia Miller Comprehensive School, Black Point. St. Luke's Union Baptist Church, Black Point. The new Mount Olive Union Baptist Church, Hartswell. Mount Olivet Baptist Church, Staniel Key. Palestine Union Baptist Church, The Forest. St. Andrew's Community Center, Georgetown. St. Margaret's Anglican Church, Steventon. St. Magdalene Anglican Church, Williamstown. St. Theresa's Catholic Church, Georgetown. St. Peter's Union Baptist Church, Forbes Hill. St. Margaret Baptist Church, Stuart Manor. Calvary Mission Baptist Church, Rollville. Holy Innocents Anglican Church, Duncantown, Ragged Island. Ragged Island All-Age School, Duncantown.
Continuing to track Hurricane Melissa, thank you for joining us on our live coverage, radio and television to be exact. I'm Desmond Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us. Over in Crooked Island, the story was much the same, with several residents choosing to remain at home as a storm approached. And we're going to get to Crooked Island in just a minute and talk about the pulse and impact of these islands being impacted by the storm. But first, we want to check in with our chief meteorologist, Basil Dean, joining us live with the latest coordinates. Basil, what can you tell us?
Desmond, the latest just in now. Melissa, the eye of Melissa was located about 45 miles to the northwest of Guantanamo Bay. It's now moving towards the north-northeast at 14 miles per hour. The sustained winds has decreased. It's now 105 miles per hour, making it just a Category 2 hurricane, but still remaining very powerful because at 105 miles per hour, that can still cause extensive damage. So we're asking residents in the southeast Bahamas to prepare themselves for the arrival of Melissa. Now, right now, in terms of the tropical storm force winds, they should start moving into the extreme southeast Bahamas. We're talking about Inagua, Ragged Island. They should start to feel those tropical storm force winds in another couple of hours, and that will gradually spread into our Long Island as we head into the early afternoon hours, reaching the Crooked Island, Acklands area, even from San Salvador, Rim Key, the southern portion of our Cat Island. All of these will be in the mix. Maguana as well. All of these islands will experience some tropical storm force winds as we head later into the morning hours. As far as the tracking is concerned, we anticipate that it will move offshore Cuba later on this morning, making its way into the waters of the Bahamas, which is still relatively warm. So there could be some slight intensification of that system as it treks through the southeastern parts of the country. As far as rainfall is concerned, those rains have already started moving into the southeast Bahamas. You can see all over Inagua, there was a band of showers and thunderstorms just moved over Inagua. Some are now spreading over the island of Long Island, Crooked Island, Acklands. All of these islands are experiencing rain showers as we speak. But this is the heavy core of the rain showers, which is still pretty much over Cuba, and all of this will be advected towards the north and east during the course of the day. So we're looking at up to 10 inches of rainfall over the next day and a half. So flooding will be a major issue. The winds will be a major factor as well, so we're asking residents to stay indoors and in shelters until the all clear is given. As far as storm surge is concerned, that should be confined primarily just to the island of Crooked Island, where there's a little shallow pocket of water to the west and south side of that island, and we can have storm surge all the way up to 8, 9, 10 feet. So we're asking residents in Crooked Island to move inland and to higher grounds, and again, until the all clear is given. Desmond.
Okay, Buzz, I want to know at what time would we be able to be experiencing tropical storm or hurricane-like conditions in those impacted islands or communities?
Again, starting with Inagua and Ragged Island, they should begin to experience those tropical storm force winds by about 10 o'clock this morning, and everything will go downhill from there. After Ragged Island and Inagua, then we're looking at South Long Island. They should start to experience those tropical storm force winds around noon or just in the early afternoon hours, and between 5 and 8 o'clock, this is when Crooked Island, Acklands, San Salvador, Rumkey, Maguana, all of those in the late afternoon going into the evening hours will begin to feel those tropical storm force winds. And again, the hurricane force winds, which we said is confined to a very small area, well, that too will impact perhaps only Crooked Island and Acklands, and that too will take place between that window of 5 and 8 o'clock this evening.
Many of us, many Bahamians have a laissez-faire approach to these type of conditions and situations. What appeal you want to make to Bahamians across the archipelago at this time?
Right now, Desmond, we're just asking them to bunker down. The storm is already starting to make its move into the southeastern Bahamas. It's too late for any sort of a preparation, so we're asking that you stay indoors because very strong winds can result in missiles blowing around under those very strong winds. And flooding, again, is going to be a major issue because of those heavy rains. And as we also talked about, the storm surge that can possibly impact Crooked Island. So right now, we are in the danger zone, and we don't want anyone to get hurt. So the advice is to remain indoors until the all clear is given by the Department of Meteorology.
Thank you very much, Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean, and we'll be checking with Basil in just a few minutes. As a matter of fact, he will be joining us on our live coverage today as we track Hurricane Melissa. Our live coverage, radio and television, continues after this.
So the storm has passed. Danger may still be near. Avoid downed power lines and flooded roads. Check on your neighbors, especially the elderly. Only travel if absolutely necessary. report hazards, and stay informed. Recovery begins with caution and care.
The DRM Authority 2025 Official Hurricane Shelter List. Acklands Community Center, Spring Point. Crooked Island, Church of God of Prophecy, Landrail Point, Richmond, Mosstown, and Cripple Hill residents, Cripple Hill. Landrail Point Community Center, Landrail Point. Inagua, St. Philip's Anglican Community Center, Matthew Town. Meiguana, St. James Native Baptist Church, Abrams Bay. Meiguana Comprehensive K School, Pirates Well. Betsy Bay Community Center, Betsy Bay. The DRM Authority 2025 Official Hurricane Shelter List. Cat Island, St. Mark's Anglican Church, Port Howe. Zion Baptist Church, McQueens. Seaview Seventh-day Adventist Church, Wilson Bay. Holy Redeemer Catholic Church, New Bight. Mount Sinai Native Baptist Church, New Bight. Lovely Zion Baptist Church, The Bluff. St. Andrew's Anglican Church, Arthurstown. San Salvador and Rum Key. Fellowship in Christ Church, Coburn Town. Curace Research Center, United Estates Settlement. Idell Jones Community Hall, Coburn Town. St. James Native Baptist Church, North Victoria Hill. St. John's Native Baptist Church, United Estates Settlement. St. Peter's Native Baptist Church, Long Bay. And Rum Key All-Age School, Rum Key.
Welcome back. Well, as you know, scores of residents headed to the capital for shelter, staying with family and friends and others at various shelters. We spoke to the manager at the New Providence Community Center, Uriel Adderley, for this update.
Everything started for us on Monday night. The first arrival came in from Inagua, and then we had a large number of groups that came in yesterday from particularly Acklands, and we have persons from Ragged Island and all the different southern islands. The shelter capacity, based on the information that was registered with the disaster recovery management, is 350, but we can wait comfortably with about 150 persons. We're very prepared. Something that we've done throughout the year, particularly working on our facility, making sure the showers, or lighting, or plumbing, everything, it's in perfect order. And the most important thing is that it's a part of our church's mandate. It's a part of our core value in opening our facility in situations like these to the less fortunate people who are facing imminent disaster. We are always ready, and my staff is particularly ready. I like to commend the Disaster Recovery Management Agency. They've done an extraordinary job so far in terms of making sure that we have all the supplies and equipment that we need, but also shout out to the corporate citizens like Bahama and Breezes, who are assisting us with feeding the individual. And you would know that the fact that they're here, and most of these people, they have an extraordinary amount of anxiety, because, you know, you're sitting here in Nassau in this facility, but you don't know the condition that you're going to meet when you go back home. The most important thing is that as a people, as a nation, and as a group, that we must be prayerful, and that we will continue to do as much as we can to support them. And I give a shout out also to the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, Social Services, and like I said, particularly my staff, who've done an extraordinary job in making sure that all of the occupants of this facility are comfortable, and make them as comfortable as we can possibly do.
Well, that does it for this portion of our broadcast. Our live Hurricane Melissa tracking Hurricane Melissa broadcast continues on radio and television at 10 a.m. with immediate response. For all of us here at ZNS, I'm Desmond Saunders. Good morning. Stay tuned.
The DRM Authority 2025 official hurricane shelter list. Eleuthera, Northern District and Harbor Island. Charles Wesley Methodist Church, Lower Bogue.